Welcome back. The details. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi discussed with the Speaker of the Hungarian National Assembly ways of boosting bilateral ties in various domains. We have more details in the coming report. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi received on Saturday Mr. Laszlo Kova, the Speaker of the National Assembly of Hungary. Presidential spokesperson Ambassador Bassam Radi said the head of state welcomed the Hungarian top parliamentarian, expressing appreciation for the deeply rooted bilateral ties that bind the two states and are reflected in extended friendly relations. For his part, Kova stressed his honor to meet with the president, hailing the distinguished Budapest-Cairo relations, adding that his country is really keen to boost them in all domains, particularly in the parliamentarian arena. Radi added that the meeting reviewed ways of activating mutual cooperation, boosting bilateral ties, pushing them into new horizons in all fields. The spokesman also highlighted that both sides discussed a number of issues of mutual concern, especially the Russian-Ukrainian conflict and its global negative repercussions. The meeting was attended by Councillor Hanafi El-Gibeli, Speaker of the House of Representatives, and Hungarian Ambassador to Egypt, Andras Kovacs. And also on Saturday, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi held a meeting with the head of the Engineering Authority of the Armed Forces, General Hisham al-Suwaifi, Presidential Advisor for Urban Planning, Amir Sayyid Ahmed, and a number of top officials. Presidential spokesperson Ambassador Bassam Radi said the meeting discussed the executive situation of a number of projects carried out by the Engineering Authority nationwide, particularly in the roads and bridges sector, the architecture projects, as well as the new administrative capital. In this context, Radi stated that the president was briefed on the process of developing the roads and access in Greater Cairo to solve the traffic crowds problems, as well as the comprehensive renovation of Al Muqattam area. The head of state also followed up the latest steps of improving the services sector in different Cairo suburbs, especially the central modern markets, cultivating new gardens, building pedestrian bridges, as well as libraries, adding a cultural aspect coinciding with the full modernization of Greater Cairo. Radi added that the meeting tackled the engineering and construction situation of a number of buildings in the new administrative capital, namely the Diplomatic District and its surrounding area. COP27 President Sameh Shoukry said on Saturday that it's better to look at the positive side when asked about rumored concerns among parties regarding an agreement on loss and damage finance. Parties were holding final consultations on the outcomes of the negotiations just hours after the United Nations Climate Agency published a draft proposal for a deal to tackle the issue of loss and damage. It proposes a new fund to help countries cope with the cost of climate change. On Saturday morning, officials from the 27 countries of the European Union said that they are considering what was included into the draft. Earlier, President of the COP27 Climate Conference, Foreign Minister Shoukry, said the vast majority of nations attending Crunch climate talks in Sharm el-Sheikh say Egypt's proposed package of resolutions is balanced. Shoukry said parties must now rise to the occasion in a news conference Saturday morning. Details.
President of the COP27 Climate Conference, Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry told the nearly 200 nations gathered in Sharm el-Sheikh to rise to the occasion and reach a consensus on a fair climate agreement on Saturday. Speaking a day after the summit was supposed to end, Shoukry added that the vast majority of nations attending the talks say Egypt's proposed package of resolutions is balanced and constitutes a potential breakthrough that can lead to consensus. Shoukry stated after listening and looking into different perspectives and points of views, texts have been prepared on 3 issues in a balanced manner, adding that they will be a starting point to move forward. He said the issue now rests with the will of the parties. It is the parties who must rise to the occasion and take upon themselves the responsibility of finding the areas of convergence. A final text to conclude the summit has yet to be agreed, with outstanding issues including whether a new fund would be created to help nations with the damage wrought by climate change and whether to call for a phase down of all fossil fuels. Shukri added that consultations with concerned groups or party states over the draft text still continue. The Foreign Minister stressed there was no room or opportunity for any of the groups in the conference to say that all the interests were reflected in these texts.
This came as negotiators made their final push for a deal at the COP27 climate talks in Egypt on Saturday, trying to bridge divisions over funding relief for climate change disasters and commitments for long-term climate action. An official draft of the agreement reaffirmed past commitments to limit warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius, but it did not meet demands by some, including the European Union and Britain, for an overall deal that locks in country commitments for more ambitious efforts to curb climate warming emissions. This came as UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres had a group photo with volunteer youths who helped in organizing the conference. The organization also granted the youth certificates in appreciation for their great role in making the event a story of success.